didn't just try to slap him. She even tries to follow, and other people have to actually hold her back. Second episode of the day, and we are talking about this crazy video that just came out of a pastor's wife fighting with a church elder. Like, she, the man just kind of like, maybe he was shocked. I'll play you the video just in a second. She kind of just held back. Now, they say the pastor is not well here. If you do know a little bit more details about it, I think it's in Ghana, you can give us a little bit more detail on that. I'm going to play you the video and I'll be back in a second. And I want to tell you something about this entire subject that actually is something that we should think about. Not only for people who are in church, but also for family, relationships, and everything. This is the video, and give me a sec. There's a second video after this, and in that video she's actually talking now to the church, and she's kind of like almost mocking the whole thing. She's laughing, whatnot. She's not really concerned and whatnot, but the later on video that comes out, she's kind of talking at this entire subject, or how her relationship is like with these elders and everybody else. She's looking at them as if there's something's wrong with them, not as if something is wrong with her. Now, the pastor is not available at the church at the moment. I think he's not okay or something like that. But there was actually a report where I heard someone saying that the pastor had actually warned for people to keep her away from church finances.
They have problem. You see, YouTube will say, so they will come here and collect their tithe. I will question them that the tithe that they pay it for us of Mommy or Reverend or Jesus. Fools. They are fools in the name of Jesus.
Earlier on, you'd remember that I said this actually tells you how we see relationships from the onset, from outside, whether it be at home, in the workplace, how that relates with your relationship back at home, and also how you being in leadership can be affected by other people, and your wife being one of them. When the Bible says, who can find a virtuous woman, this is what it means. It means you are able to see certain characteristics which are good to building what you're trying to build. The husband knew his wife very well. She has money for the eyes. She has the eyes for the money. She has the eyes for the, to a point where she would be in a position to want to fight a man. No, She didn't just try to slap him. She even tries to follow, and other people have to actually hold her back. Now, that video part there, that part of the video actually was very telling, because it kind of tells you, or to her, being neck and neck with church members, it's not a new thing. That's why she would be willing to go that far. Even as the man is no longer even, she's still going after him. Now your wife be that. Yeah, her nature is very dangerous. When that type of a person is in the world, what ends up happening is that they become all these other things that you see the Rosemary is doing. That nature. Okay? Yeah, hers maybe might be tamed because she's in church. But also, when you remember that episode that we spoke about pastors' wives, which was airing not long ago, where there was that lady by the name of Adiola, you'll remember she was attacking people, and people in the comment section were actually saying that lady actually, she behaves almost as if she's not even Christian, because at certain points when people want to pray, she doesn't even like it. She'll be snuffing her face. That's not. She'll be busy twitching her face there. She'll be all over there behaving otherwise. This type of individuals can influence your interest. I remember seeing one particular story of one man. Actually, I've talked about two stories which actually relate to this. We spoke about one story about one man. He was in the house. His wife started a fight with the neighbor's wife. And in that fight, he got involved. And then when he got involved, the husband of that one got involved. The two of them, the men, start fighting to a point where they both stabbed each other. And they both died. Not because there was a fight that they started. No, they got involved in a fight which their wives had started. And they are the ones who lost their lives in that fight. And so it's very telling when you see a pastor's wife who is such a radical character towards her church, towards church members, of a husband, to a point where she'll be willing to fight an elder, a church elder, the dispute coming from offering. Because she was not supposed to be there, so they started questioning her. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. And that's where the fight starts. She's willing to fight to that point, to a point where even when the elder is no longer there, she still wants to go after him. Sometimes you have to think twice. Remember that other woman who was there calling church members otherwise? We spoke about her, I think, a little bit last year or so. She called her church members broke, whatnot, bastard, also all kinds of words. She later on came out saying, no, the video was taken out of context, what. It's never them. No, they are never actually wrong. It's never a reflection on their character, on how they see people. No, it's always that other people misunderstood them. This video is very telling of the church. You might find yourself in church hurt. That's not even necessary, because you are not capable of seeing the character of either Mamuruti or the Muruti that you are under. Be very careful. I've said this church hurt, that's not even necessary. Some people go through church hurt, that's not necessary. Because you are listening to someone, you can see this one, there's no God here. But you stay there. There will be church members who are going to stay in that church. After seeing her display herself like that, there's a reason why she was willing to go after him.